Consequence is a bird for attacking Pusha T. What up, words? Your boy Charles Brown back again, talking facts. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell. Keep sending those cash apps to CLBMG. Join the membership gang. Listen, I gotta apologize in advance for slow cooking 2 nights in a row, but with this Consequence and Pusha T situation, I cannot do this quickly, gang. This cannot be done fast. I have to take my time with this, right? Remember that song? Take your time, do it right. You can do it, baby. Yep. I got to take my time with this one because Consequence is such a bird. And I don't know if you guys, I know some of you guys are younger, but a bird, and Consequence know what a bird is in New York terms. That's a herb. That's like somebody that's mad corny. And Consequence has not 1, not 2, but 20 years of just being extremely corny. Consequence is a bird. I'm just going to be honest. And what I'm here to do, right? I'm not going to content cop. Salute to my legendary YouTubers or watchers who grew up on YouTube. You know who content cop is. But I'm not trying to be content cop. But what I'm trying to do is just point out the fake shit, gang. I'm just going to be honest. Consequence is a absolute bird. You may say, Charles, why is he a bird? He didn't do nothing but just try to defend his man Kanye. Well, that right there in and of itself, I got so much. My toughest thing going to do, the toughest thing tonight is going to be deciding which bird behavior to display because there's so much bird behavior over the last 20 years that Consequence has displayed that I don't even know if I can get it all in here, and I don't even want to. It's ridiculous. Okay? Consequence goes up to Hot 97, right? Do y'all know this ain't the first time Consequence went up to the radio station to spill some rumors and to spill some shit on another rapper? Oh yeah, Consequence went up to Hot 97, pulled out some 4 or 5-year-old texts from the text chat group that he's in with Kanye West and Pusha T. But Consequence went up there before to Power 105 and spilled some old beans on Kanye himself when he was mad at Kanye, right? It's so much sucker shit, gang. I'm just going to be honest. I don't understand. Yeah, Consequence, we have this conversation recently that who's hip-hop, who's not. Consequence is definitely hip-hop, but not the good hip-hop. Consequence he got the hip-hop energy. You know how I'm talking about? Yo, Doja Cat she don't have the hip-hop energy. Well, Consequence got it, but he got the worst kind of it. Consequence like an extra on New York Undercover type nigga, like a nigga like, yo, B, yo, son, run down on him. He got one line, and he's in the back. He walks up, yo, son, run down on him. That's his whole energy. Is the nigga in the back on New York Undercover. This is who we talking about. Consequence, gang. I don't even know where to begin with this guy, so I'm going to start at the start. You're here to talk about the text messages that he went up with some a 5-year-old text messages during COVID, no less, trying to embarrass Pusha T. And what he don't realize, he embarrassed himself and he embarrassed Kanye. He don't know how to read the room. He don't know how to read the text messages. I know how to read the text messages. And all this street shit he's talking about, because where I'm from, well, nigga, I'm from the same fucking place. I ain't from the same neighborhood, but I'm from the same shit that you talking about. You talking all this big bone shit about where you from, da-da-da. If you was where I'm from for real, if you wasn't a New York Undercover fucking extra, you would have realized that he son Kanye in them fucking texts. You came up there with your fucking book bag or whatever the fuck, you had your phone, your fucking Android or whatever the fuck it was. You handed it to the DJ and you told him to read it. You should have let me read it first because I would have said, don't do this, gang. Because he basically calling Kanye a bitch in this fucking text. He basically said, you may let niggas tap you on your cheek, but I don't. Okay? I'm going to get to the text messages. I'm going to get to all that because I'm going to be here for a while, gang. Okay? Get you some Fruit Loops. Okay? I'm going to be here. So listen, I'm not even going to waste your time. But what I do want to do, right? I want to talk about how we got here. Right? We got here because this guy, Consequence, still doesn't like Pusha T. Consequence is mad at Pusha T, claiming he stole his style, claiming this, that, and the third. He ain't like the guy since he been outshining him since the goddamn fucking, the early 2000s. He been fighting for Kanye's love and desire since then. Okay? The New York Undercover extra. This is why he's mad at Pusha T. All right? So we're gonna start there. I just want to say this whole thing, him going up to the radio station because he can't, like, it's old school mentality. I'm gonna go up to the radio station. Fuck this nigga. Like, you've been doing that for years, my G. Went up to Hot 97. Let me see how many years ago this was. Every time you get mad on some bird shit, he running to the radio like that's what's popping right now. Back in fucking, let me see what year this was. This shit says 12 years ago. I didn't even remember this shit, gang. This nigga Consequence went to the radio station talking shit about Kanye West himself. He's at the radio station now trying to defend Kanye West. Well, him and Jen the Pen, salute to Jen the Pen. She ain't got shit to do with this, but at the end of the day, this is his wife. They got a beautiful family together. I used to watch these motherfuckers. I used to watch them on Love and Hip Hop. Right? I used to watch him on Love and Hip Hop. Remember he did a sucker punch on Joe Budden? Yeah, remember all that bird ass shit? And he's talking big bone and tough about it like it was cool? You sucker punch Joe Budden in the back of the head, but you was acting like it's cool. This bird ass behavior, gang. This nigga pushing 50. Consequence is 48 years old. So Consequence got a history of bird ass shit, bro. And here we are, handing the phone to a DJ, and you're gonna walk out. You're gonna say, listen, I'm gonna do this and walk. You waste the DJ time, you waste the whole rate. They gotta book, they gotta make a slot for you to be there. They gotta tell other people no, so your ass could come there. He's gonna block out a half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour for your interview, and you do a 5-minute interview, get up and walk the fuck out like you said some shit, my nigga. What's going on, gang? First of all, let's say this. It's certain DJs you would have never did that to. Let's just be honest. It's certain motherfuckers you would have never did this shit to. The stakes is way too high. You wouldn't have went on Joe Budden show. You wouldn't have went on a fucking podcast of any real stature and walked the fuck out of there. You wouldn't have went on Joe Rogan and walked the fuck out of there. Okay? You sat on Breakfast Club mad long talking shit about Kanye West when you was mad at him because he didn't give you your baby shower gift. He didn't send a fucking thank you card. I mean, a congratulations card. He said he didn't give us a fucking gift. You was really miffed about that. And you scorched the earth because he didn't give you a gift for your baby shower or whatever it was. Right? You went up to Hot 97 and you aired his ass out. You talk shit about him. You talk shit about your cousin Q-Tip. Right? You said Q-Tip talk like a girl. He run his mouth like a girl. He telling me all his business. If you go back and look at this shit for this Consequence, I'm not even going to play it. But go back and just put up Consequence and Jen the Pen. Love and Hip Hop. They dissing Kanye West. They went on for damn near 20 minutes talking hella shit about Kanye West. Now you up at the radio station showing some 5-year-old text from a group chat. You publicly displaying people's private texts and conversations to each other. You ain't even in the conversation. You just a little mouse in a corner. New York undercover extra ass nigga. They're not even talking to you. I'm gonna play that shit in a minute, but I just wanna lay the foundation of what's going on. Right? Bird ass behavior. You defended Kanye West, but you was really, really mad back in this was 12 years ago. You ain't say that shit on the show though. Now every time something come out about Pusha T, you right there to defend Kanye West. Pusha T left good music because Kanye West, first of all, is a moron and an idiot. And when you jump up there and defend a moron and an idiot, guess what that make you? Okay. So at the end of the day, Kanye say some raggedy ass trash shit that we don't want to fucking hear. The culture's done with this motherfucker. You don't know that because you're somewhere doing some crazy weird shit. And let's just be honest. I don't really have no real problem with Consequences because Consequence is the extra in the back of the show. We don't really care what you got going on. We're not really tripping what you're doing, gang. We see you pretend talking to another cast member because you can't even speak as an extra. You just got to pretend to be, yo, B. You can't even make a sound. You got to. So we're not tripping. You just to keep it looking like something's happening in the background. But every couple years, you come out and we don't pay attention to you until you say something about Pusha T, Kanye West, or Q-Tip. And there's always some negative bullshit. And there's always some funny style shit where you're divulging personal information. Then you want to walk off like you did some goofy shit, gang. So, end of the day, I want to have this conversation. I want to talk about it because this guy stood up there on some moral shit like I'm big bone, like, yo, where I come from, yo, the side of the city where I'm from. Gang, you're too old to be talking that shit. You're way too old to be acting like you're bringing up the fucking Supreme Team and shit. Like, come on, gang. And there's no disrespect to nobody, but I'm saying nobody acts like that. No one acts like that at your age, bro. I don't know nobody in their 40s that go around talking about, I'm outside. We don't talk like that in our 40s, gang. You're not on the block like that. And if you are, don't be proud of it. So I decided to go back and I said, what the hell is Consequence doing? I said, you know what? Let me just check what his last video was. This dude's last video. This dude's last video was last year, right? That I saw. And it's called Consequence Beef Forever. Talib Kweli diss. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Why? What you dissing Talib Kweli for? I know Talib Kweli is a sucker. He do suck-ass behavior. But I wouldn't make no whole diss record and didn't name it. Like, you naming it like this shit gonna get you more clicks and views. This is the type of mentality that this guy has. This is some bird-ass shit. Some New York undercover extra with a do-rag and a fleece, like a fucking, like what we doing, gang? What's going on? Right? So what I'm saying is this. This dude got a record called Beef Forever, a Talib Kweli diss, and he calls it the official music video. So this dude went and made a whole video dissing Talib Kweli as if that's, what? We dissing Talib Kweli? And you know what he says in the beginning of the video? Gang, you're gonna call me a liar. You're gonna say I'm lying. This dude said I'm smoking on a Talib Kweli pack. Smoking on that Talib pack. Gang, I can't make this shit up. He says I'm smoking that Talib pack. This lets you know where we are with Consequence, gang. You're picking on arguably probably one of the least confrontational rappers in all of hip hop. He's a conscious black rapper. He ain't gonna bust a fucking grape. And you're talking about smoking on a Talib pack. Gang, it gets weirder, but this is where we are with Consequence, who wants to go up to the radio station and prove some shit with a fucking 5-year-old text from the pandemic that somehow Kanye is somehow honorable and Pusha T somehow played himself. This is where we are, gang. But it gets worse. In the exact same video, bro, I can't make this shit up. It's on World Star of all places, right? It's on World Star of all places, and I would not be surprised. And I ain't trying to disrespect the guy. Listen, there's no disrespect. I'm just speaking the facts. I wouldn't be surprised he paid World Star to put this shit on there. Because I don't know why they would think this is a hot record to put on, but they put it on at the end of the video. He has an African Bambaataa lookalike. And the main character from the video, who I'm assuming is supposed to be Talib Kweli, dressed in army fatigues and army hat, is sitting in the room with Africa Bambaataa. And he pulls out he's trying to talk about hip hop and the African Bambaataa lookalike is like, nah, we ain't talking about that. He pulls out a jar of Vaseline, and then he shows him moving his head up and down while this guy has his hand on the back of his head, simulating oral sex. This is what Talib Kweli thinks is funny or cool. This is his video, gang. This is nonsense. It's bird behavior, but this is where we are. This is the man who thought some 5-year-old text from a private chat was a gotcha moment. It's insanity, gang. But it does not stop there. I gotta stop. I would be here all to the morning talking about all the bird shit that Consequence has done, right? But I'm just gonna be honest. My first introduction to Consequence was 1996, Tribe Called Quest, which I still to this day feel like Consequence was the reason that group broke up. I'm just gonna be honest. That's my personal opinion. You can prove me wrong in the comments, but I was like, why is he in this group? Why did Q-Tip add this guy to this group? Right? He can rhyme this and all that, but I'm talking about beats rhyming life. The very first time I put the tape in and heard this guy rapping on it, I was like, why is he here? Why is he on so many tracks? What is this guy talk? What's happening right now? Oh no, that's Q-Tip cousin B. Right? Salute to my man Juan. That's Q-Tip cousin, da-da-da, whatever. And it never sat well with most of us. We're like, why is he here? Now, so I'm gonna give him props on that damn new Tribe Called Quest, that Thank you for your service. We got it from here. Classic to me. And his rhymes, everything he does on it is classic. But he never keeps it to the rhymes. It always gets out of hand. It never stays on wax. It's always this nonsense like this. This New York undercover extra. I gotta move to the front and get my. I need my light. I need my fucking. Where's my shot? I gotta say my line. Yo, B, this shit is hot. Like whatever. And I'm like, gang, why this dude always coming up in the nonsense? In the nonsense though. It's not good shit. It's nonsense. He's against Rocky from the. He had every time you see him, he's dissing somebody, trying to tell him how big he is and how smart he is. And I'm like, gang, we still here where you're still trying to prove that you can be more than an extra in the background. Gang, you're pushing 50. You're never coming out of the background. Never. That's why you're up there talking about Kanye. You're talking about Q-Tip. You on Vlad TV talking about Q-Tip. He ain't my cousin right now because you're mad at him. You're always mad. You're bitter. You're angry. And here we are. What grown man is going to go to a radio station with some old-ass text and show that shit? Who's going to do that? Divulging personal, private information and then walk off like you just son somebody. Gang, is weird. It's weird as hell. This is not it. No, this is not it. And I'm sitting here like, gang, like, I went through the Beef Forever Talib quit. I watched that to the end. Everybody's in the comments like, what did I just watch? How did this happen? Then I go to the other one. I found out that this dude was seriously completely done with Kanye West. Him and his wife, they went on 20 minutes talking about how trash of a person he was. So now you're up at Hot 97, low-key trying to defend him, talking about we ain't have a summer song because Pusha T said that Kanye West ain't a man. Most of us saying that Kanye West ain't no man. You're the only one going up there talking about that he is. You're not reading the room. But it is what it is. You're loyal, this and that and the third, but you're loyal in the dumbest way ever. You could have just went up there and made your case. Bro, that Kanye said, Pusha T said this about Kanye, that Kanye knows that he's not a man. He said that back in June, gang. You wait to the album. This was for the album rollout. They hadn't even released a single yet. Like, you waiting for the album. You waited till the album rolled completely out. All the accolades are in. All the numbers are in. Everybody's saying the album's great, da-da-da. You missed your window. You should have did this 4 weeks ago. You should have did this 4 or 5 weeks ago. You wait till the whole thing come out. Maybe you could have hurt the sales of the shit. You could have, as soon as it dropped, you could have came out. But you're here. You're here 4 weeks, 5 weeks too late. Coming up to what, you was busy? You was in Zimbabwe? What's going on? You just got here? They held you hostage? What's going on? How are you this late with this? We been heard this. Ain't no song of the summer because that shit don't happen no more, gang. Who talks about the song of the summer? You know how many records that dropped that's fire? There's at least 15 fire underground releases right now. Fire. This summer been smacked. I struggle with to listen to it. So much good shit. And you up there talking about ain't no song of the summer because everybody's talking about. Nobody's talking about it. Nobody's talking about that shit. Everybody's talking about what Pusha T said. No, you talking about that shit because you just got back from Zimbabwe. Probably on an audition for another fucking show. Right? The fact you even went on Love and Hip Hop in the first place says everything. Then you did this shit for 3 years. Then you got fired because you punched Joe Budden in the back of the head on some sucker shit when he wasn't even fucking looking. Then you rapping about it in the Talib Kweli diss record, talking about what you doing, what you did. You still think that shit was cool? How long ago was this? 2011? It's 15 years ago. You're talking about punching Joe Budden in the side of the fucking head? Gang, we need to have an intervention, gang. We need to have an intervention. But I said all that to say this. This is all bird behavior. I just scratched the surface. But a bird gonna fly, so the bird flew up to Hot 97, gang. And you may say, Charles, are you worried about seeing this nigga in the streets? No, because it's no beef. I'm just telling you facts. If you see me in the streets and you got a problem over facts, then it's a problem over facts. And guess what that is? Bird-ass behavior. Two men gonna talk and have a conversation. We're not gonna have no problem. Because this shit is all facts. When I say a lie, then you tell me I'm lying. All right? But Consequence decided to, one day, he's flipping through his phone. Maybe it was like when Vlad and Lord Jamar got back on good terms. It was because one of them went through some, Lord Jamar was scrolling through some old texts, reminiscing about him and Vlad. The last time they talked, he scrolled up, way up, way up, way up, and he liked one of the texts. He put a heart on it. Vlad saw the heart. You know, when you most phones, when I heart your thing, it's going to alert you. It's going to tell you, okay, Charles hearted your response. So apparently, this guy hearted something, and Vlad saw it, and Vlad hit him, like, called him, what's up? Like, yo, and they made up, and now he's back on Vlad TV. So maybe that's what happened with this thing. You were scrolling through your phone, saw some old-ass text, and was like, okay, I remember this now, da-da-da. First of all, that chat is not active anymore. I guarantee you, no one's in that. You know how those chats just go dead somewhere? Just one day, no one's replying anymore? Well, that chat ain't active no more, right? That chat ain't active no more. And for you to still have that chat in your phone says more about you. I'm just going to be honest. I'm sure most people got a new phone by then at this point. But let's stay focused. So he decides to go through and pick up his bag, pick up his book bag, and get in his car, go down to Hot 97. He ain't even get, no disrespect to that DJ, but he didn't even get like Ebro or somebody the main, no, you went to the next man, which is whatever. No disrespect to DJ Cuz or whatever. But at the end of the day, you did this to a lower level podcast. I'm just going to be honest. I went to the real video and it only has 2,000 views. So it's a lower level show. Okay? It's a lower level show. You went there, you played games with a lower level DJ. And you try to act big bone and brolic, and it looked crazy. I'm going to play this. I'm not even going to waste my time showing it. I'm going to play the audio and we're going to have a conversation and I'm going to get the hell out of here because it ain't even worth spending mad time on it. It's all bird behavior. It's background antics. It's the third wheel. It's the guy it's the guy that gets killed in the beginning of Law and Order. It's all kind of shit. It's little man shit, like small man shit. You ain't the detective in the fucking show. You the fucking dude that robbed the bodega with the nigga and ran, and then they fucking can't find you to the end, and then they just show you coming in the courtroom with your handcuffs. You don't have no lines, nigga. You're not a part of this fucking shit. You're not. You're just a nigga that keep poking his head out because he heard some shit. Nobody really cares what Consequence got going on. Let's just be honest. Let's just be fucking honest. Your biggest claim to fame is fucking writing for Kanye West. Just be that guy. You can sit in the back and just eat. You probably would have more writing fucking credits and more fucking shit in the background if you stop telling everybody, yo, I wrote for Ye. I'm your pen game. I'm sure it's like probably 50, 60 ghostwriters out there that's they quiet. They just fucking go write. They ain't fucking Neo. They somewhere. They quiet. They just write their fucking raps. They just write another one. They get their money. They go to fuck the Cheesecake Factory and shut the fuck up. You're out here keep telling everybody what's going on behind the scenes. That's probably why half the work you could have got, you can't get. Got fired from Love and Hip Hop. Who the fuck does that? Let me talk about it. I'm gonna play this and I'm going to be stopping this. But it's just so ridiculous, gang, that this guy gets up here with this fucking cocky ass attitude like he's some fucking big bone brolic motherfucker. You're the guy you're the tattletale nigga. You're the nigga in the class with the fucking patrol belt on. Like, you motherfuckers. Like, I'm gonna tell Miss Holly, let him fucking tattletale ass nigga. Let's watch this shit, man.
DJ Drewski, Midday Movement. I'm here. My guys pulled up.
Salute to DJ Drewski, man. It is what it is, bro.
Consequences in the building.
What up?
What's happening today?
Today we need to address what's been going on in hip hop.
What, nigga? You know how much shit been going on in hip hop? It ain't Kanye fucking West. You think he's in hip hop right now? He got fucking Dave Blunt writing his whole fucking album. But you think we're going around waiting about Kanye fucking West? This is what you're doing? Joe, listen. I know Zimbabwe's a long way away, but you should at least know that we're not tripping off no Kanye West around here.
There's a lot been going on.
There has. And today I need to share
No,
with
you
New
don't.
York,
No, you don't.
with High 97, the home of hip hop, and the rest of the world. I'm really high on integrity and the truth.
Oh, God.
And
Hold on. Let me just say this, gang. And listen. Let me just say this. I gotta chill out too, because sometimes I do too much, right? I do too much, and I understand that. But Kanye West still thinks that you go and get on the mics at Hot 97, you're speaking to all of New York. You're speaking to all the tri-borough and everybody all the way down to Delaware, up to Connecticut, and the whole city sitting there listening. This how fucking behind this motherfucker is. He thinks the whole city's on pins and needles waiting for him to say whatever the fuck he's about to say.
And this summer we didn't have a song of the summer.
I've been seeing the memes. Like, yeah, it's been hard.
And one of the reasons why we didn't have a song of the summer, because the soundbite of the summer was, I don't respect Kanye as a man.
That was not the soundbite of the summer. He said it happened, it was hot for a fucking week. I'm gonna stopping again, because if I the video never end if I stop this motherfucker every time you say something crazy.
Now you're referring
performed by, and I'm gonna emphasize performed by Pusha T and his brother Malice, known as the Clips.
So now you got beef with Malice for no fucking reason.
What I have in my phone, I would like you to read to the world.
Got it.
I can't think of any situation where I was like, what I have in my phone, I want you to read it to the world. Who the fuck does that? You could tell it's hurting his stomach to do it. His stomach is turning on like, gang, what are we doing? His stomach got woken up out of it like, what? Did he just say, what did he say? Because he's fighting it back. Then you could tell this don't feel natural. It don't feel natural for a grown man to hand another grown man his phone and say, read this out loud. Who does that shit?
What is this that you about to show us?
So what I have in my phone is a group chat between myself, Ye, and Pusha.
He got an iPhone.
And it was initiated right after the release of Donda.
So you want me to read this?
Yeah.
Donda came out, gang. Let me get the exact date. When did Donda come out? August 29th, 2021. Right? 4 years ago. So you're bringing us some text from 4 years ago, right? To try to embarrass Pusha T. This is what we're doing right now. Some old ass fucking text. Everybody was loopy. Let's just be honest. During the pandemic, a lot of shit was being said. Let's just be fucking honest.
I want you to read this to the world.
So this says Ye 2020. So this is Ye.
There.
And then he mixed Bro up in it. Bro, like, why would I do it? I'm sure Bro feel uncomfortable about doing this.
Yes.
Saved in your phone, that's how you have them.
Correct.
And Ye says, in the diss record to Drake, you still not 100% in the right with me, even though he should not have spoke on your wife. You not perfect either. The record still caused me mental harm. So
making it about himself. First of all, let's just talk about what Kanye is saying right here. The bitch ass shit he's saying. Do you know that Pusha T attacked Drake over Kanye? He said, I want all the curses. I'm selfish. I want all the curse. I want all the smoke. Don't attack Kanye. The whole battle became to fruition over Kanye West, and Kanye is now chastising him for this battle. His frenemy Drake, who he's back and forth, dissing him 1 year, needing him the next year. Drake only stopped coming there because he got tired of getting used. The damn with the Wisconsin or whatever the fucking house he had him up there writing. No sooner Drake went up there writing and helping him on the music, Kanye dissed him again. Drake was like, enough is a fuck enough. Drake sitting there playing nice with him, keep going up there, allegedly writing songs, da-da-da, helping him with hooks and choruses, da-da-da. Kanye is a backbiting ass motherfucker, so he don't know how to not do that shit because he's too emotional, he's too mentally challenged. So here he is attacking Pusha T, who's his only fucking friend in this whole situation. Consequence ain't say shit to Drake. But now he's telling Pusha T, yo, my mental health, da-da-da, yo, you're not 100% in the fucking battle. Who the fuck? It's a fucking battle. Who gives a fuck? It's a fucking battle. Why the fuck you talking about, like, yo, you're not 100% perfect? You're a little bitch-ass motherfucker. And this motherfucker to fucking have it in a text message still, should have swiped and delete that shit anyway. And then you want to come up here and show us, like, yeah, get on my side. Nigga, fuck out of here.
But that meant when you shot, you hit me and my family also.
How?
We have to protect my brain at all costs.
I'm not even gonna
because I
say
have the vision. It's accountability. You're not wrong, but you're not 100% right either.
So, you're not wrong, but you're not 100% right. I don't got to be 100% right. Nobody got to be 100% right to defend their fucking position. He defended himself. That was a fucking battle. They went back and forth, right? Remember Duppy? That was a diss. That was a Pusha T diss. So this was you launched into a battle, so then we battling. I ain't got to be 100% right. Who the fuck ever is 100% right?
That's definitely a Ye tweet with the, we have to protect my brain at all costs.
Ye text, yes.
Then Pusha replies, yeah, I agree. I'm not perfect. I never learned how to turn the other cheek when disrespected. It's how I was raised. Martin Luther King wasn't respected in my house either. Hurting you or your family wasn't my intention. Protecting my family and the brand, that was the only mission. Sorry
So hold on. So let me just...
for any trauma caused by me.
He said, sorry for any trauma caused by me. What he didn't show you was the heart. He hearted, Consequence hearted that. Let me say this again. What they not focusing on, Consequences up there talking about that fucking text. He put a fucking heart on it. All right? So, or somebody put a heart. Okay? So end of the day, you didn't have no problem with that when you saw it. Not only that, he's not telling you, I'm sorry, gang, like that. No, he's saying if that offended you or hurt your family in any kind of way, you feel like it's something that is going to bounce back on you. I'm sorry for that. But Martin Luther King was respected in my house, and we don't do no sucker shit like let niggas talk crazy about us on no duppy freestyle, knowing I can whoop this motherfucker's ass. I'm not doing it, and it won't happen. And I'm not going to sit here and let you make me feel a certain kind of way about it. I'm sure it's more in that fucking group text that was a lot more said that Consequence is not going to show you. And I wouldn't be surprised if Consequence agreed with him at the fucking time.
So Pusha did apologize to Ye for that.
Right. So
see, he don't know how to read the room. That's not an apology. That is saying, okay, if you feel that way, then you know what? If I apologize. I'll say I'm sorry, but I'm not apologetic. I'm not in the slightest saying that I was wrong for doing this. I'll tell you as a man, right? I'll say it to you. But at the end of the day, you can be a sucker by yourself. I'm not doing that. In my house, I wasn't raised like that. That's what he's not reading. So he's trying to make it like, yo, let me let him say it.
He apologized for basically dragging Kanye into the beef.
He didn't drag him into nothing. These two dudes are frenemies. They've been having friction since fucking forever. Kanye is just kind of just a user, so he kept using Drake, and Drake got tired of being used. He didn't drag him into shit. And what's Drake really going to fucking do to Kanye? Right?
With Drake.
Right.
He actually said in his own words.
Ain't Kanye the one that leaked Drake's house? What are we talking about? Kanye is the one that fucking put the house up there. Then he tried to say, I didn't leak it. It was already common knowledge. But Kanye made everybody aware where the house was at. So what the fuck you talking about dragging him into it?
Sorry for any trauma I've caused you and your family.
Okay.
Right? So where I'm from, if you're willing to apologize to someone, that would mean that you respect them, right? We could agree on that, right?
Right. Or just as a man, he felt like...
This shit was 4 years ago, gang. A lot of shit's changed. Things don't stay the same just because I know you 4 years ago and we got the same relationship 4 years from now. So anything in these texts is null and void because we wasn't at odds back then. Now you coming up, they had odds. They had odds the very next year, 2022, over Kanye's mouth. He walked away from good music, walked away from whatever money he was making. He moved on with his life. He said, I'm all set with this motherfucker. He was there for 7 years. So yeah, you're going to have a whole bunch of other text messages where they agreed to disagree or had different differences of opinions and they fucking moved on. You're going to bring up one fucking text and come up here and make it like, yeah, he apologized, didn't he? So you had to respect him. So then what are you talking about? Like, it's sucker shit. It's silly shit. Let me keep it moving.
Let me just...
So if you're running a whole rollout based on not respecting someone and you're a man, but you know you already apologized to this man, then are you being honest with your...
So first of all, let's just say this. That's one incident. He didn't apologize for the other shit that he said he don't fuck with him for. He left Kanye over Kanye's anti-Semitic behavior and the things that he was doing and saying about his own people, which a lot of us are still mad about and we don't forgive him to this day. So Pusha T got tired of it. He said enough is enough. He ain't apologizing to him for that. But you're bringing up a whole nother topic, a whole nother subject, some shit about fucking Duppy and some other shit, which has nothing to do with nothing. And we don't even know when this text message, like we don't know what's going on.
With your base, are you being honest to the world? Are you is this a real feeling or is this contrived for marketing?
Right.
And another thing I want to point out in the...
Let me just be honest. What's the fucking difference? Why do you give a fuck what he's doing? If Kanye gave a fuck, he would have already made a statement. Why are you up here 6 weeks later, 4, 5, 6 weeks later, talking about, is it marketing? Or did you really feel? Why do you give a fuck? He ain't even talking about you. You're not even talking to you. You've been trying to insert yourself in this shit since this motherfucker announced that he was coming out with this record. So now you found something and you went, now you're, wow, is it in marketing? Or is it Is it really how you feel? What is the fucking difference to you? Why are you there?
Text is that he said Martin Luther King wasn't respected in his household.
He definitely said that.
From everything that I've seen, isn't Malice engulfed in the same scripture as Martin Luther King?
Yo, scripture's interpreted so many different ways. You can't say just because I read the Bible, I agree with Martin Luther King. You can't say just because we go to the same type of churches and the same type of the denomination that we follow or the religion that we follow that we automatically agree on the exact same thing. This is what I'm talking about with nigga logic, gang. This is nigga logic. He's trying to equate one to the other. Two different churches can disagree completely on the same text in the Bible. So this makes no sense. But he's saying it's smug like it's a gotcha moment. This is a got your ass moment. You look ridiculous. You should have stayed home. I'm just going to be honest. Anybody with any common sense, this is the worst. This is awful. This is a terrible representation of you and your brand.
So, and I've heard homies say he's the devil in this. So maybe you don't respect your brother either.
Now I ain't trying to cause dissension between the brothers. Right? This is what this is a mind. He's thinking he's going to get in their mind and these brothers are lock and stock, gang. You're not going to, these guys watch their both of their parents die. These guys are not, you're not going to get in there and cause dissension with these two guys, especially with this nonsense that you're talking. But he's sitting there, he's trying to divide and conquer. Like anybody with half a brain can tell, oh, this motherfucker is really trying to, it's fake deep. Oh, so if you're saying you're the devil, then your brother's like godly. You can't even like your brother then. Like it's fake deep. It makes no sense to anybody with logic.
Maybe it's whatever for fame. Maybe it's whatever to feel like you the top guy. But you know what makes you the top guy out here? A hit record.
Where's yours?
Always. That always helps.
Don't tell us about the records you wrote. Where's your hit record, Consequence? No, in hip hop, it's not about hit records, but I'm gonna let you finish.
Listen, and I'm gonna leave.
Right.
I'm outside. Anybody got anything to say to me? You can take your brother out the pulpit. You can find me in the streets. I'm from the same streets as the Supreme Team. I'm from the same streets as Rich and Alpo and AZ. You know, real drug dealers. Remember those? One.
So, I guess that's it.
Nigga, get your phone, nigga. You jumped up out the seat. Man, listen, I'm getting out of here, man. This is silly and goofy, man. Listen, you're talking about real drug dealers and Supreme and this, that, and the third. Them guys, they denounced this fucking lifestyle, gang. They're not walking around talking about, yo, we the Supreme Team. Every single one of them, if they still alive, will denounce that shit. But you're on here jumping up with all your jewelry, making it like this is the shit to be. You're not making no sense right here, gang. And you may say, well, Challz, Pusha T and them talk drug music. That's music. That's entertainment. No one's going to go in there and start saying, yo, I'm from them streets. I'm outside. No one's talking like that. No grown-ups is doing that. The music, just like movies, just like books, just like magazines, everything else, it is entertainment. That music that they make is entertainment purposes, gang. Okay? That is not for you to try to go out and emulate and imitate and try to make it like it's so fucking amazing. So no, you're not rocking out. Right now, you look really, really ridiculous to anybody with any kind of half a brain. This is not tough. This ain't cool. Nobody's coming outside with your ass. Nobody's looking for you. Nobody's trying to find you. Nobody wants to do nothing to you. Move and live on with your life, gang. This is weird. And you're doing this for Kanye West of all people. This is for Kanye West, gang. Just put this in the back of your mind. He did all of that fronting and all that smoke and all that big bone brolic shit for Kanye fucking West, who could give two fucks. It made no sense. It had nothing to do with you. But here we are. I'm going to leave it at that, man. Do what you will, what it is. I feel like Consequence, man, he been a bird for a while. Now he really just grew some new wings. This motherfucker's a double. He got wings on the back and the front. I don't know what's going on with this guy. But listen, Kanye, you are an extra. You are an extra in hip-hop. You are a ghostwriter. That means no one should know what you're doing or saying, and we really don't. I had to look up and find out what you've done lately. You're dissing Talib Kweli, who literally makes no sense to diss him. You waste your pen and paper, and you're on a video, mean mugging, looking tough, dissing Talib Kweli. That tells you everything you need to know. I'm out of here, man. Let me know what you think in the comments, man. CLBMG, every single Wednesday, we go live on the What Show. Head on over to black-yeti.com. Let them know who sent you. All right, I'm going to catch y'all on that flip side. Peace. Look, mission impossible to drop a few lines without dropping old times when Southern Hill was still a gold mine. When pistol grips was my shit and I sold mine. When Alias was not a show and they told mine. Elevate your mind with high quality THC infused products. BlackYeti.com. Black-Yeti.com.
CLB.
Get my coat, get my sheepskin, grab my wallet, get my pocket knife, and get that hat right there. We out. Grab my pocket knife too. Let's go. When I first came to the city, niggas didn't believe me. I just wanted to join a team and throw assist pass easily. 6 man off the bench, alley-oop pass freely. Suit up for one game and hope a scout might see me. But nah, niggas is greedy, wasn't rocking with him. Unplugged the scoreboard and put a lock on the gym. Told me to power forward, point guard at the rim. And left me with no center and a ball full of phlegm. Not knowing that I'm a dog, a Rottweiler within. With the heart of a pit bull that don't bark for pretend. My bites cut deep, break the bone and the skin. With the level of hustlenomics you do not comprehend. So first I took a block down on the west side end. And then secured a spot with some goons and some kin. And then sent out some flyers, let the games begin. And in 6 months time, the city like that's him. Oh,